Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Friendly Teresa here, and
Bad attitude, Brad.
I know you guys, a lot of you guys are like, okay, she just has a phantom man once in a while that stops by, or once in a while we hear in the background, or, see his nostrils, but we don't really know. Yes, Brad's home today.
Mm-hmm.
It is March 1st, 2017. It is Wednesday evening. It is 6:18, 19.
6:19 according to Brad's standard time.
6:18 according to Teresa's lovely heart watch time.
Yep.
Which you guys can see, it lights up. I bought it for $5 marked down on clearance aisle at Walmart, y'all.
Y'all.
Which I'm just thrilled about.
Excuse me while I pick my nose real quick.
So anyway, we just drew for the giveaway of the painting. That video is uploading right now. In fact, it just got done. So I'm going to share that for a moment. I'm going to share that for a moment.
Just one moment.
Yeah.
This video will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah.
See, and this time it did it. A minute ago, when I tried to post, I did a Dollar Tree haul before this, and it did not want to, so I had to go the old-fashioned way. But anyway, let me do the weather.
The
Mr.
weather
Heide.
in Panacea, Florida is...
I will pull it up for you. Because everybody just loves your voice.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's what?
Tiny objects on my phone.
Well, no, weather.
Oh.
Stick with the weather. Stick with the weather.
Really?
Yeah.
Make me unfriend you.
You haven't friended me yet.
Here, you want me to hold it?
No, I need it closer because I'm old and blind because I got to read over my glasses. Currently in Panacea, Florida, it is 77 degrees, a high today of 78, and a low of 60. The real feel temperature is 77 degrees, and it looks like the next 3 or 4 days it's supposed to only be a high of in the upper 60s.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool sitting here because if you look, wait a minute, can't see my finger. If you look over that way, okay, here, we'll do it this way. If you look over that way, you can see Ocklackney Bay. And I know. Yeah, it sounds like when some people around here say that, it sounds like they're hacking up a big one.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see Ocklackney Bay. And on the other side of the bay, it's pretty foggy out there.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a slight chop on the water, and the sun's going down, and it's just a little foggy out. And it's just kind of...
It's cool looking.
It's neat looking.
It's some very pretty sunsets over the bay.
Yeah, I never get tired of looking out over the water.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's cool. A few times we've seen porpoises out here, and lots of birds, lots of pelicans, lots of seagulls, and quite a few times I've been fishing out on the pier, which is about 100 yards this way. And you'll be out there and you got all these bats flipping around your head. So, but it's just
sea turtle, stingrays.
Yep, I've
sand trout.
Yep.
Eels,
yes, and gars, and lions and tigers and bears.
Oh my!
Yeah. Okay. Back to Jeff.
Okay, you're saying it's empty?
It's empty.
Okay, let's see. You guys knew yesterday I was very tired. I had been not feeling well for the past few days. Basically, the longer I was on the no carbs, the worse I was feeling. And somebody else said, that was kind of alarming, me being that tired and feeling that lightheaded. And I didn't even equate that to being real low blood sugar, which I have to watch more than Brad does. So I started eating a few carbs in my diet, and I feel a lot happier. And I have a lot more energy, and and just overall feeling a lot better. So I'm just going to keep doing that. What we're both doing is just really watching our carbs, and we basically have to kind of eat. I mean, not exactly the same because we're different people, different bodies, and guys can usually eat a lot more, and he works and outside the home and stuff. But we have to both really watch.
And I'm the normal one.
And we don't. We watch the sugar and the carbs and all that. So we should keep doing that and keep getting in more physical activity and stuff. And that's all we can do. Slept pretty good last night. You slept pretty good last night?
I did. Could have slept a lot more, but we want to get a decent start before going into the big city.
And I just kind of took the day for myself yesterday. I did sleep quite a bit. Well, not quite a bit, but I took a nap and stuff and just kind of relaxed and did some looming and stuff. I only have one little small baby hat, which happens to be in back. So, and just kind of took a little bit of time for myself, which I've always needed to do.
Didn't you say you're going to start making adult hats now?
Yeah. I'm going to start making adult hats. So the next week, I will have all the infant and baby hats. Brad and I will find a place and donate those infant and children hats. And then the next round probably won't. I probably might not let go of until the fall unless it's a cancer place.
Yeah.
The mixed hats because getting to be that time of year that really.
Yeah, but
now that we're in March.
Children's and infant hats, don't you have like 30 or 40 or 50 of them?
Yeah. I'm going to send those out. But I mean, after that, if it takes me another couple of months to get a big amount, too, we're looking at, May. And so other than cancer places, you're probably not going to have a lot of.
Need for hats.
Yeah. So, or maybe, I understand a lot of nursing homes and stuff. They're always pretty cold and stuff. So we'll have to see. So today, like he said, we got up early and we went to lunch. We went to our favorite Chinese place and had a lovely lunch. Then we went shopping, went Dollar Tree, and you guys can already see that haul. And then we went to Walmart, and I bought my fantastic new watches that were on the clearance aisle. Trying to get Brad to he likes to look at the clearance aisle too. The man wouldn't buy any of that cucumber. There was some cucumber mascara. He would not buy it. It was very sad for himself.
But I got new underwear.
He had new underwear. He's wearing them now, but you're not going to see it. But they make his butt look mighty fine. I don't want to moon you. Your butt looks mighty fine in it.
Thank you.
But yeah, he has some new underoos. We always threw away the old ones. I'm the one. We have a system where Brad takes the laundry down there and does it, and then he brings it back. And I'm the one that folds it and puts it away. And his underwear, it was just, the elastic was all shot in the waistband and stuff.
Yeah.
But they were a couple years old.
At least.
Some of them probably longer or older than that. But it was time to, buy him some fancy new underoos.
Yeah.
So, we didn't really pick up anything else, really.
No. We just picked up a lot of the basics. And
Yeah. Well, once a month we have to pick up things like, and I don't know where is the leave?
I don't know. It was sitting right over there on the counter by about where your coffee cup is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But, once a month you have to pick up things like whatever vitamins you need or whatever, like a leave or, what, that kind of stuff. So, this was, that time for that and stuff. So, We're going to be having a friend coming through the area here pretty soon.
I'm excited about him coming down.
I'm excited. We are excited about meeting Mr. Cross in person, and you know, he has about 6 of my paintings or so that he bought that you know, we need to get all ready for him, and he wants to come see the area and do some sightseeing and stuff, and you know, we're excited. Hopefully Brad will get off. His boss may not be able to get him off all that, you know, 3 days, but you know, he'll do the best he can. So, yeah. But so we're excited about that. But we got done hauling in groceries and calming the dogs down, and then we took naps and
and yesterday at work, it was grouchy old effer day. God, we had so many of these old guys that the world sucked and it was all my fault, and you know.
And they get kind of abusive, you know, and it's like, you know, it's not our fault that you're not feeling good or whatever. Can you come back in the frame?
But you know how much I like my picture taken.
But you know, I mean, and you know, Brad's got a pretty thick skin to that because all the years of doing this. But once in a while, it kind of gets to you when it's the 20th one in a row, and you know.
Well, and it started off when I first got there. I had to count out there was the manager that left. I had to count down his drawer and then count it over to me. And this one guy who comes in, and this guy always thinks that his time is much more valuable than everybody else in the world. And he was ticked off, and he came back in the office while I'm trying to count this drawer. And, you know, I had the door closed, and he opened up the door and came barging on in.
I still can't believe that. I mean, the audacity just to barge in. Wow.
And he was only the third person in line. Yeah. And he was telling me, the line's all the way to the back of the store.
Really?
Yep.
You're like, I can see. What?
Oh.
What?
I hear strange noises.
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
3 dogs right there. I can see the cat.
Where's she at?
I can see her in the reflection of the fridge. She's over on the foot of the bed.
Okay. But, it
with her new collar from Dollar Tree.
These guys were just, you know, and one guy was so ticked off because we didn't have his particular beer in the cooler because we'd sold it all, you know, and, you know, these guys act like that's the biggest catastrophe in the world that, you know, so.
Well, I mean, you know, and it's like, I don't know. People need to be nice. I mean, you know,
we don't purposely.
It's not cool to be abusive to a salesperson or anybody who works in, works any place, you know, but especially storefront retail and stuff. I mean, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's like I always make sure, and I know you've heard me do it, that if I have a complaint about a company and I'm calling in and I know the person on the other end of that phone line, that whatever policies irritated me or inconvenienced me, you know, I know that they did not set those policies.
No.
You know, so I always make sure and, you know, and be nice to them because they're just like me. They're just doing their job.
He always teases them too and said, you know, of course I know it's all your fault, you know, and most time they'll start laughing and, you know, and stuff. I mean, but, he had a rough night.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
You know, and it's one of those nights where you can tell when your spouse comes home that you just need some time to decompress and stuff. And when you live in a tiny space, it's kind of hard. I mean, you just kind of have to tell the other person, I just need a little bit of time alone. You know, I'm going to put headphones on or do whatever, or can you put headphones on, or don't be upset, but I need to, you know.
Good.
So, anyway, we're going to have brats tonight. Brad's going to cook them outside. And I'm probably going to slice up some cucumbers and tomatoes and red peppers, unless you don't.
No, that sounds good.
We go with.
That sounds good.
And just kind of relax tonight. We're going to do our taxes next week, because today kind of got away from us, and Brad's back hurts, and we've been pretty busy.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes, we have.
You still got to bring that pop in anyway.
Yeah, I got it right up on the table outside.
Yep. So anyway, that's all we really got going on today. What our topic for conversation for today, our topic is to never give up. Brad and I were sitting and talking about, we originally planned that when he retired at age 50 from the grocery business from the chain that he had been with ever since he was 16. He reached the golden age of 80.
Golden 80, which is your age plus your years of service, total 80, and you have to be minimum 50 years old. So I retired like about 40 days after my 50th birthday.
Yep. And he was able to take full retire, full pension and stuff. And so there was no penalty or anything. We do receive a little bit less. I don't know by how much, because we set it up that if Brad were to pass away, I would still get half of his pension for the rest of my life. Yeah,
because it was, it's about $90 less a month.
Yeah.
But if something happens to, but if we would have taken that 90, then if something would have happened to me, you would have been SOL.
Yeah.
And now if something happens, at least you get half the pension.
Plus I'll get whatever he would get,
Social Security,
or whatever amount but so anyway, but we originally set out, we had wanted to move before he could retire, and we waited, but then when he did retire, we could not financially really move. We hadn't found the right place yet. We were looking at upper state Washington area, and just, we just couldn't feasibly do it.
Yeah. Well, I remember we were looking coastal Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
And even though this particular area, the unemployment rate was like 18%. I mean, it was just through the roof. But then housing prices and cost of living was just so outrageous.
Yeah.
And there's no way we could have afforded to live there, and the people that were on government assistance, it was the percentage was just so much higher than the national norm.
Yeah.
And we were kind of getting a little discouraged. We looked at Washington and Oregon. We looked at Arizona, New Mexico.
We really weren't interested in moving to Arizona and New Mexico, because we always said that if we were going to move and make a life change like that, and we were going to live by a large body of water, specifically, we were going to live no more than an hour from an ocean.
Yeah.
And, we kept looking over on that on the West Coast, and Brad's the one that found one day a couple years ago, spouted off about, well, what about Florida? And I was just kind of looking like, what?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, there's no way, we can afford to live in Florida. And I said, well, if you can find a place we could afford, but my point is if we had a lot of setbacks, to be able to move, first of all, we couldn't find a place that we really wanted to move to, or that we thought we could afford. Then I had some health problems that we had to take care of, and that took a long time to be able to pay that. And then Brad had some health problems with the diabetes and stuff, it took us how many years longer than, probably
Well,
about 5 years longer than
yeah,
we,
probably, yeah.
but we finally did it. And I mean, if you guys have been watching for a while, you know what we went through just to get here. And, and that was scarier than anything.
Yeah.
He had never driven an RV, much less one towing a Jeep. And half of this was packed to the gills, so we could only use half of it on the way out here. But we did that on purpose.
Yep.
And we had to leave a lot of stuff behind. And we had to sacrifice a lot. And we've had to sacrifice and still do, simply to keep our dogs. But you guys watch them, and you guys know how much. I mean, how could you tell Mr. Charlie that you're going to leave him behind because circumstances have changed?
Yeah.
And he no longer fits your new plan of action. You just can't do that. You're going to end up, you'd have two choices, especially with large breed dogs, is you'd either have to euthanize them or you'd have to bring them with. And there's no way we could have, and I'm, to look for a new home for him. We knew if we hadn't rescued him when we did, he would have ended up being worm food.
Yeah.
Sadly, he would have been another dog that nobody gave a crap about. It would have been in the, dead dog pile. And that's just a hard reality of it. Right, Charlie?
Well, and that's one of the things,
sad.
One of the things that you and I both knew when we got him, that, and with any of our critters, is that we make a lifetime commitment to them. They're just not a disposable commodity.
Yeah. It's been hard living. We've been in here middle of the month. Will be 11 months living in this RV. It hasn't been easy. And we still go through, but we're slowly making headway. We finally got the plates on the Jeep, and we're slowly, we'll get there. It may take longer. That's my thing. Is it may take longer to set things up and do things, but it'll eventually happen if you don't give up.
Yeah, and that's what you and I are, and when I retired from the grocery business, I didn't want to have to work again, but then we got down here, and the things were more expensive than and we did a ton of research on this area, and things were more expensive than all of our research showed us. So it got to a point where I had to go back to work, just so we weren't eking out.
And a couple of mistakes that I made is, there's no way we would know that countless websites were all outdated. I mean, what is your luck of finding, 10 or 15 different websites are also outdated? But the thing I thought is that we could see there were a lot of foreclosures in the area. So I naturally thought, that means there's going to be a lot of rentals too. No. There's a lot of foreclosures. Those people had to go rent someplace. And then the hurricane happened. And so then that damaged a lot of rental properties too. And so it made it where, and then I did not also understand that when it is snowbird season, there's fewer rentals. And we're already seeing that. There's more rentals opening up because,
Well, and, another thing that kind of influenced us with this area is this particular area. It's the Big Bend area of Florida. This particular area, historically, is least likely to get hit by severe storms. And what do you know? 3 months after we move here, we get to live through our first hurricane, which was the first hurricane that made landfall in Florida in 11 years. and it hit about the eye of the storm hit about 2 miles to the west of us. So, yeah, lucky us. But it was, it was an experience, and actually, honestly, I've seen worse blizzards in Wyoming.
Oh, but the thing that was terrifying for me was the sounds, and it was pitch black. We lost electricity. We were the only ones in the RV park. Only ones.
Yeah.
And that was terrifying, just to know. I felt so abandoned. So anyway, but our whole point on this is to not give up on your dream. That slowly but surely you'll get there.
Yep.
If you just keep plugging away, and if you have roadblock stuff or have something happen, you're like, well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Let's figure this out now.
Yep.
Our next goal will be, when the time is right and stuff, to get into normal housing.
Yep.
And I want some place that my dogs can have a fenced yard to run in, and I can do some gardening, all that fun stuff.
Yep.
Right, honey?
Yep, because when you're out walking Charlie on the leash, and he goes galloping, and he hits the end of the leash, right, Charlie? Charlie, hey, boy, yeah, you.
He ignores us so well.
Yeah, he does.
Charlie.
Well, there's activity going on outside.
Charlie, why are you ignoring us? Charlie Ann. Hey,
what are you doing? I know, yes. He's guarding.
Charlie, are you guarding us?
Yeah.
Guard.
So.
Right, Charlie? But he's glad we brought him.
Yeah.
He just wouldn't do well with anybody else either. No. He's so attached to us. And I'm sorry, sweetie.
Okay.
Just ran his toes over.
I don't have any feeling in that feet.
In that feet? Well, what about the other feet?
My other feet, I don't have any feeling in them's either.
Anyway. What a weirdo. Love you guys. And we do cherish your friendship so much. And we think you are awesome.
And really, really appreciate all the comments, love, and support that they give us. It's a really, really nice bunch of people out there.
But it's always hearing me talk about different ones of you guys's. I'm always like, well, Linda this, and Leanne and Stevie this, and Angie, and he's like, and now he's getting where he knows who I'm talking about. For a while, he was just kind of nodded and went, okay. Right, honey?
Yep.
But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. And say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.